And as you can tell by the fact that I'm not driving it, it's awesome. Gotta steer it though. What is going on, everybody? Today we are back, and today is a day I've been looking forward to for quite some time now, because I am finally putting the dual transfer cases in my 1989 Toyota pickup. Now, if you don't know much about dual transfer cases or understand why you'd want to use dual transfer cases or how they work, let me explain. This is your typical Toyota J-Shift transfer case. This one is mated behind an R150 and it is chain driven. Now the J-Shift is fine. You got your high 2, high 4, and then low 4. And the stock reduction gears in these is 2.7 to 1, which is pretty good. But moving on to my doubler, in the rear case is 2.3 to 1, and in the front case is 2.3 to 1 as well. So you multiply the 2.3 times 2.3 and get 529 to 1 when they're both engaged. Another mod done to my dual transfer case is I've installed these triple sticks. This allows me to put either case in low and do 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive well in low gear. Because sometimes you're on a rough road and you want to go slow, but you don't need 4-wheel drive. So just take it out of 4 and you've still got low range or double low and 2-wheel drive. If you're putting dual transfer cases in your 4-cylinder truck, you won't need this adapter here. This is simply so that it'll mate up to my R150, which is behind the V6 engine. Another thing I had to do is upgrade my input shaft to 23 spline so that it would also accept the V6 tranny. And now that the boring stuff is out of the way, let's put this puppy in. Now remember, my truck used to be an auto, so my truck's floor will be cut out a little bit different than yours, but I had to do this to get an idea of where I'm gonna have to cut to make the triple sticks actually fit through the floor, and how much of my center console need to hack up to accommodate that as well. And after measuring the adapter back on the double transfer cases, it looks like I need to go about 5 inches, so I gotta hack out a fair bit of this floor. And the old junk is now out. So now for the really exciting part, putting the new junk back in. So it's got a couple more little coupler pieces to attach to the back of the R150, which looks pretty straightforward. And then this beauty goes in. So now that the duals are mounted to my R150, you're probably wondering, how does your Crossmember work? Because obviously, this has only got the one tranny mount on it, and it probably doesn't line up properly. And you're right. The solution to that is this puppy right here. This is the Trail Gear dual transfer case Crossmember, and as you can see, it also is a really beefy skid plate to protect all that. Okay, so now that it's all mounted on the Crossmember, I got the trim back together, and as you can see, only had to hack out a tiny bit of my center console, which is what I wanted, which is why I went for the triple sticks. Check it out. So here's a quick rundown on how it works. So right now, both cases are in high, and it's in two-wheel drive. So you just do your day-to-day driving. In this gear, as you can see, nothing hits. It's perfect. And then say you want low range, you get onto a bush road. I can either choose to activate the front case or the rear case. Now that's in low range, and as you can see, it kind of crosses over, but it doesn't actually interfere with it at all. Now, if I get to a wall or something steep or something I want to creepy crawl up, then comes the other case in low. So now it's in low, low. And as you can see, first and second are fine. Third is fine. Fourth pushes this case out of low. But you know what? That's fine. I can't see myself needing fourth gear double low. And of course, to the very right, it's four-wheel drive. Boom. Four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. Pretty straightforward. And yeah, I very minimally had to hack this out. So my original squared tube front drive shaft was actually way too long. It only had this much until it would bottom out. And now it actually works perfect with the duals setting it backwards. The rear, on the other hand, I need to go get a new rear drive line. Not really a surprise, obviously, because I extended the length of my overall T-case. So when that's in, we'll go test this thing out and take you along. It's finally time. Let's go take this baby for a walk. So behind me here is a somewhat steep hill. And now to show you the power of the reduction gears with the dual transfer cases, I'm gonna go up it idling. Like, I'm gonna put it in first gear, double low, and let the truck do all the work. And as you can tell by the fact that I'm not driving it, this is awesome. Gotta steer it though. How cool is that? This is how slow it currently is with the current crawl boxes. Obviously, you need to turn it away from danger still. Hopefully that gave you a good idea on what the dual transfer cases are like. And remember, this is only with a 2.3 in both cases. Sometime in the future, I'd love to put a 4.7 gear in the rear case. But right now, my total crawl ratio is about 92:1, which is, as you can see, is definitely adequate, especially for this kind of terrain, obviously. Now, when an even lower crawl ratio really comes in handy is when you're in really deep snow, or say you're trying to crawl a literal wall, which I'm pretty sure I could do with this anyways, just made just a tiny bit easier. Anyways, guys, if you like this stuff, please remember giving a thumbs up, subscribe, and hey, if you want to support the channel, head over to www.Dirt.Garage.ca, pick yourself up a shirt, a sticker. It would mean a lot to us. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.